So here are three reasons why you should start your own business: financial freedom, time freedom, and life freedom. So let's start with time freedom. We live in a world today where there is a shift, a change in the order of things. We once lived at a time where the expectation for a young person growing up was to go to school, graduate, get a job after you graduate. That was the philosophy of the time. But times are changing and they are changing fast. So in today's world, if you are still working with that kind of program that you're going to work for 30, 35 years and then retire and then take a pension, you're living in the past. It's a new world now. It's a different world. In today's world, you should be running your own business. And the reasons for starting a business all revolve around freedom. That's why we talk about real freedom here, because freedom is so vital in today's world. Freedom of your time, financial freedom, and life freedom. So let's begin with freedom of time, time freedom. Some people have to wake up very early in the morning and leave the house even before their children are up. So they leave for work early in the morning while it's still dark, and then come back late in the night when the children have already gone to bed. They spend all their time trying to earn a living. They work Monday to Saturday, and then on Sundays they still have something or the other, one thing or the other to do with work. So they come back on Sundays from just trying to meet up with friends and have a drink or just relax with friends, and they are rushing home to have enough rest in the night. So by Monday they are on it again, they are out again and work another week, and the cycle continues. So time freedom, they don't have the time to spend with family or to spend doing the things they love. They just have to work because that's the only way to pay the bills. So if you are still working at a job or even a freelancer of a sort, you will find yourself in this situation. But when you build a business and the business becomes successful, or you build it to a certain stage, you now, at the beginning, of course, you'll also be busy, but you're building an asset, you're building something that can take over and begin to work on your behalf and produce enough income such that you won't need to wake up and go to work again for you to be able to earn. That's why it's very, very important for you to build a business that can begin to earn income on your behalf. Income that will replace the man hours you used to put in, such that you can now afford to travel, be on a vacation, or go do something else, go visit people, go basically do the things you love, and you don't have to bother about having sufficient income coming in. The second reason why you must build a business is financial freedom. I mean, just look at the billionaires in the world, around the world. From the Elon Musk of this world, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and just name them. All of them can afford not to work anymore, and they will still be billionaires. I mean, Bill Gates for decades or for many, many years has not worked actively in Microsoft. In fact, he retired his position from Microsoft, but the company has kept growing and making substantial income that he does not need to work again for the rest of his life. Right now, he just goes around the world promoting causes that he cares about and feels will make the world a better place, even though some people criticize him for one thing or the other, but that's beside the point. The thing is, because of the fact that he built Microsoft, he's able to retire and live his life. Financially, he has nothing to worry about because the money coming from Microsoft is more than enough to take care of his needs, and as well sponsor his many projects that he's carrying out. So that is one advantage of building a business that a job can never ever give you. Finally, let's look at life freedom, which is the third freedom. I mean, we've talked about time freedom, we've talked about financial freedom, and then life freedom. When you have your time to do the things you love and you have the money to do those things, I mean, that's what really gives you the freedom in life to do the things you want to do, to go the extra mile, to travel around the world, to do beautiful things around the world, like we see many people who are doing well financially. So building a business, that's one of the reasons I have focused fully on building a business. Right now, working on my business, trying to grow it and see that one day the business will be in a position to pay me even when I'm not there. So it's very, very important to concentrate on building, like Robert Kiyosaki said, building an asset. What he didn't specify there was the asset should be a business. Even Warren Buffett, that has invested to the extent that is an example of investing in stocks, he has also had to build businesses which are responsible for why he is a billionaire. So you need to look at examples of people who are having freedom in life, people who can wake up today and say, I'm not going to work another day in my life. I'm just going to do the things I love, travel the world doing the things I love, and I won't have a problem with money. I won't lack money again for life. I mean, this thing is so simple and so clear, but I wonder why our society are so educated people, educated us to be blind to this thing, even though it's so clear and so obvious for us to see. Sometimes you may not end up with the business you started with, but as long as you're committed and going on the journey, you will achieve success at one point or the other. So building a business has just become the only way to go, and that is something you should consider. Thanks for watching the video. Do make sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.